Hey everyone, and welcome to Isms by Josie. Today we're going to be continuing our Sally Hensen Miracle Gel Color Swatch Challenge, and we're going to be doing a holiday design. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in, and for my new viewers, please consider subscribing, share, like, hit that notification bell, leave a comment below, let me know what you think. So I'm going to start by taking a soft gel tip that will never fit me, and I'm going to use that today for this Sally Hensen Miracle Gel. We're using a Street Flare. It's a nice, like I would say, equivalent to a lilac color. And we're going to put 2 coats of this on here. It comes on pretty transparent, so I want to double it up and make the color nice and bold. After that is fully dried, I'm going to put 1 coat of Gelish matte top coat. And we're just going to wipe off this sticky layer after it's cured, and that will reveal the matte finish. And I did 2 of these. So I'm going to be using today Born Pretty stamping plate BPL 050. And I've cut out the pieces that I'm going to be using today. And in my previous videos, if you've seen it, I did this because when I was planning this whole month, I put color swatches on the stamping designs that I was going to be using, not realizing that I need to get under that protective film. So rather than mess up and re-swatch, I decided to just cut that piece out. So I'm putting some striping French tip stickers, and I'm just gonna frame I'm gonna frame up my design here. So one thing that I have to say about stamping plates is that it's not gonna cover a long tip. So one way to work around that is to just frame your piece so that you don't need to put it on the entire nail. Since these designs are pretty specific, there's no way for me to just copy the stamp to fill in the rest of the space. So I'm just going to frame it out just like this. It's an easy save. So I'm using these Born Pretty stamping polishes, and here I'm going to be using a Born Pretty, it's a holographic powder. And I'm just putting a little bit of there because I don't want it to take over the green stamping, but I want it to kind of pick some of that up to give it that nice tinsel look. And as you may or may not tell already, these stamping designs are going to be like looking at a tree downward. It's just looking a little more abstract or like a cartoon tree rather than a real tree. So after that's fully dry, I'm going to be careful here, and I'm just going to line the edges with some gummy jelly. And I'm going to top this all off, at least just the stamping area and the gummy jelly, with a thin layer of shiny. And you want to be careful not to drag the brush too hard because you may pull the stamping design and it'll smear. But what we're going to do here is I'm going to grab some rose, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Oh, rose gold caviar beads. And I'm just going to line this image here, and it's going to become the frame of this stamp. And it's going to look pretty cool because it could also double up as a string of beads that you would use to as garland for the tree. It's kind of like a win-win, but it's basically just a picture frame and the tree's the picture. I'm just going to use my dotting tool to straighten out these lines. The gummy jelly will help settle the caviar beads in, but this ball tool here will help it like straighten out. But don't get too obsessed with trying to make this super perfect because it took me designs after designs to just chill and do the best that I can do and then leave it, because I will look at each bead and see something off and I'll keep playing around with it until, you know, whenever. So I think I got it down to a few tries at this point, but hopefully soon I can not go too obsessive with these beads and just take maybe a second, you know, fix to it. At any rate, yeah, so then after I place these caviar beads, I have these tiny little rhinestones as well, and we're just going to use that to decorate our tree. And as you know, I have different colors when it comes to rhinestones. I could have used bolder colors, but because of the lilac looking or street flare color and the rose gold, I went with these very pastel-y rhinestones. So against the holographic glitters that you can also see poking through there, the look is nice and subtle, and it glows more like it is striking. So second week in, and I've practically done maybe 5 holiday designs per week. So 5 last week, I think, and then this week I'm doing another 5. I mean, it's amazing how many things you can do. It's I the whole point of this is not only to share the Christmas spirit, but to also use all my Sally Hensen Miracle Gel polishes that I never get to. So again, like I said in my previous videos, that this there lies the challenge, and it is a challenge, but I think once I get to actually doing it, it's not so much of a challenge anymore. Sometimes the colors, definitely. There's one color this week that was like, oh my gosh, this doesn't look like Christmas at all. So hopefully I tweaked it enough to make it seem like Christmas, but I'll let you know when I get to that video. So on the other nail, we're going to do a similar look. The stamp that we used on this one looks like it's more like a side of that tree that's expanding. So we're just going to follow through with the same design. And it's going to tie each one together. And I really like how glossy this shiny is. I usually say this in my videos, but I think I haven't in a long time. I just say Gummy Jelly and Shiny, but they're both by ENail Couture for those that are interested. But it's really glossy, and I love it against this matte finish. And I'm super trying hard. So, you know, when you put a thin layer of shiny, it's not going to level off into matte finish land. So I'm really trying to keep that shining color off the matte coat, so there's a definite difference between the spaces. And I watch so many videos of you guys, and I don't know if you think this, but we all sit here like, designing nails. And I think some people may feel like, oh, you're just decorating a nail. That's nice. But there's actually an art to it. At first, like I was, not as extravagant as my design has gotten, but you have to plan this stuff out, and there's a conceptual idea. You have to strategize it. But yeah, this is a close-up of what it is, because the video is too far to see. But look how defined this tree is. It's so cute. I love it. But anyway, there you have it. This is Isms by Josie. Please share, like, and subscribe for future videos. And join me again next time when we continue the Sally Hensen Miracle Gel Color Swatch Challenge. See you again next time. Thanks. Bye.